What quietly screams back quote rich/wealthy? Alan Clark, a British politician born into a wealthy family, once disparaged someone by describing them as the sort of person who bought all his own furniture. Going somewhere pricey and not looking at the total before you pay. Edit, change tots to total. Though tots is also correctly hilarious. I know it's not a big thing, but people who use really nice plates and silver cutlery very casually. I've seen poor people with Mustangs, but I've never seen poor people eating with polished silver. Spontaneity. Just talking about something, or someplace, and doing it, or booking it there and then. A Steinway concert grand piano in the living room, worth about $195. 000, that no one in the household plays. I used to work in private aviation. The richest man I personally knew from the job owned a fully spec'd up Gulfstream G650, roughly $80 million with its spec package. Other than when he was getting on and off his personal aircraft that he used to fly between his home in Hong Kong and our base in Canada. You would never know he was that wealthy. He'd often show up for his flight in a beat up old minivan that he liked cause he could fit lots of stuff in the back. Very humble guy. Amazing tipper. Now the simply rich people, or the ones that had just enough money to fly private, were the worst. Rude. Entitled. Cheap. Took 3 million pictures the whole time they were getting on their chartered, not owned, Learjet, literally less comfortable than premium economy on the airlines, and just overall acted exactly like how rich people are portrayed in the media. I met many other ultra wealthy people in that work and most of them were all like the first guy. Very chilled and friendly. Didn't feel the need to show off anything. Owning a second house or a boat, and not feeling obligated to use it heavily. Saw someone say once everyone enters their house through a garage that's empty except for some bottled water. I don't know why, but this is so true. Day trips that are hundreds or thousands of miles from one's home. I used to work at a clothing store. This lady comes in. She's well dressed, looks great, and is super polite to the people helping her. At checkout she pulls out a black Amex card. She was not my first black Amex card customer, but she was above and beyond more of a human than the others. I assume she was rich as fuck. I used to know the price of a gallon of milk, but now I don't. I'm not rich, but I used to be poor. I needed to know that price. Now we are blessed to have enough that, if I need it, I just grab it without looking at the price tag. I imagine that being rich would be similar, but on a grander scale. I work in the private jet world. Rich takes tons of photos getting on the plane. Real money just walks straight onto the plane. Semicolon. I could go on for days about the differences. No logos on their clothes, but very well fitted, tailored, and pressed/cleaned. Suspicious amounts of free time to pursue their interests, travel, or just be out and about. Retired with no debt before being in your 50s. Casually owning a second house in another state for trips. Edit, when I say house I'm not referring to just a small cabin. I was referring to a full-size house for the family. This is what came to mind cause I know a few people who own an additional home in other states. Their secondary houses range from $350k to $575k USD. Rocking socks and flops, but sporting a $200k watch. Not checking the price tag before buying. Becoming a vigilante. Being the guy wearing a suit in a room of guys in t-shirts and sweatpants. Or being the guy wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants in a room of guys wearing suits.